Florrick of the Paranormal and Ghost Society. We're at the Hillcrest Cemetery, and this is all open room you see here for graves, but there's nothing here. We're gonna walk down the road because all the graves are towards the back, and so that's what we want to hit, or investigate, I should say. Rainbow Bend. Yes, they got different names for every place. This is Lord Rick bringing you this cemetery at sundown in the Wild West. Hillcrest Cemetery was erected after Grove Valley Cemetery was flooded. They moved most of the graves here. The Valley Grove Cemetery is the first burial ground in Smith Valley. We're in Smith Valley right now. I'll try to be quick, hit as many sites as I can. Supposed to be anywhere from 100 to 130 graves. A lot of birds flying in for the night. Pretty soon we'll see bats. Wow. I don't want to videotape too much. Just want to show you that we're in a pine nut mountain type of cemetery, and we're up in the pine nuts right here, and I'm just kind of absorbing it all in. It's beautiful at sundown. There's birds flying everywhere. And it's so cold. I mean, it's getting down to like 38 degrees out here. Very dark. The birds are going crazy. Wow. Awesome.
I don't know if it'll let me.
Oh, that's beautiful. Nice shot. Is there some nice stones back here?
I had to turn on my high definition.
Did you?
Yeah.
After all this time?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Hillcrest Cemetery. Very nice and neat, very beautiful. That's why some of the graves were moved. There's no ranch flooding here. Man, the birds are on. Look at that. There's a frenzy of birds. It's just going crazy. Crashing in the trees and... man. Wow. This place is just amazing. Look at this. Some of the older stones, for example. Look at this beautiful angel. Wow. Joseph Benny Montalbano, Big Joe. That's a pretty stone. Very pretty. Yeah, the birds are going crazy. You figure after a cemetery like this, it's just... the history of this place is really kind of amazing in itself. The Hillcrest Cemetery was originally, well, this plot originally belonged to the Order of Oddfellows, if I remember correctly. They did take care of it for a while until a cemetery club could be formed. The last time anybody's done a list is like 30 years ago, so who knows how many graves been added, who knows how many of them come from the other cemetery. As I hike into the darkness and the birds, of course, the cemetery was formed by Nellie Albright, named it Hillcrest Cemetery. I don't know when it was opened. I just know that in the early 1900s, when the cemetery began to be flooded, they started exhuming bodies and creating a new cemetery here. In 1898 is when the Smith Valley Cemetery came to be, and then probably about a decade later, the ranches started irrigating their land a little bit too much. We don't know which ones were brought here. Look at how creepy these are. They're all, some of them are broken in half and just leaning. It's amazing. There's a lot of gravestones further back. Don't know if we'll get to see them all. It's getting kind of dark. Look, everybody, you can see there are so many flowers. You have two stones. Put it on the flowers a little. How about the sunflower? Kind of, yeah, you can see the flash bounce. Beautiful stones. I'm just kind of cutting across to get to Tammy, but I'm going to try to get a picture of these angel stones here. I'm just kind of showing you guys, it's dark in the cemetery. I left my flashlight, I think, back at the, hold on. You could probably, here it is. It's on. Now you can see them. This one has a lamb and this one has an angel. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hillcrest Cemetery. We have another angel statue. couple cherubs. We have another angel statue and a bench here. We're sorry it's dark, folks. We couldn't find this place, and now the sun went down. But you've seen some of the scenery from the last cemetery. We're going to show you on our website. And this is only a couple miles away, so it's still Smith Valley, but these angels in the middle of the night or actually when it's at dusk, are quite creepy. I feel like they're watching you. A lot of the graves were moved from Valley Grove to here, and I'm having trouble finding some of them. I'm sure I've taken photos of a few, especially the ones with the angel statues. Definitely a lot of kids were buried around that time due to yellow fever and Spanish flu. We're closing out the night. Sundown is here. The birds are going crazy. The full moon, and it's a perfect paranormal investigation. I've not gotten any EMF readings, but I have gotten possibly some EVPs. I spent some time here doing some sessions. But yeah, you could see there's a caretaker's house or the maintenance building right there. This will be a lot brighter when we get over the mountains in about 10 minutes. Pine nuts kind of conceal the sun a little, so it gets dark early back here. But at least we made it, and we did both cemeteries, which are connected hand in hand. Just want to say goodnight to everybody. We did a second expedition to Ludwig, Nevada. Our first expedition to Hudson, both ghost towns. Visited near the shores of Artesia Lake. And we went to Valley Grove Pioneer Cemetery, and we went to Hillcrest New Cemetery, which is basically a cemetery that was erected because the ranchers destroyed or irrigated the land so bad, Valley Grove flooded. So some of the graves have been abandoned, and Valley Grove's abandoned. This cemetery, it's a lot newer. There's some graves from the other cemetery, but not a lot of older stones, a lot of newer stones. That don't mean there's no ghost. We might get some EVPs. We shall see. This is Lord Rick signing off. Have a good night. It's been a stellar day. I've seen deer. I've seen wildlife. I had some paranormal experiences up in Ludwig. I got to go inside a mine. I smoked cigars. I drank a brew. We found gold and copper and all kinds of things hiking in the mountains. We got a whole vial of gold. If that's real gold, it's worth a couple thousand. We found a nugget. It could be copper, but it could be pyrite or it could be gold. It's like, here we go, Xbox One and PS4. I'm getting both systems if that's real gold. There's gold up in these hills, man. There's gold up in these hills. And this, as your founder of the Paranormal Ghost Society, Lord Rick, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.